In my first year of multimedia, I've been presented with 3 different pathways: interactive media, moving image and virtual environments. The time has come where I need to choose what I want to take up for the rest of my time in Nottingham Trent University. All my life I have had a massive interest in movies and the way they have been made. I think that they play a huge role in the community in the sense that they are part of people's lives, whether it's private or social. This makes me think more about how animated films are made and how much detail goes into them. When creating an animation myself, I enjoy the process of seeing it develop. With time, I feel myself grow and become more and more knowledgeable with the subject. I can see that the amount you can learn in animation is so extensive due to the never-ending growth of the industry. This is a main factor in swaying my decision towards virtual environments. The partnership that is Aardman started out in 1972 with Peter Lorre and David Sproxton. My interest in the company came from their simple but impressive stop-motion clay models. From an early age I've been in love with Morph through the CBBC programme Art Attack. When I was younger I liked him because I found him funny, but as I grew with age I began to appreciate his origin and the making behind him. I ended up watching Wallace and Gromit religiously and was amazed by the amount of work that went into the production. This inspired me as a kid to use my model planes to make Top Gun movies. The biggest selling point that Aardman have in my view is the texture of the sets and the characters. You don't really find any animations anymore that have fingerprints in the characters as they move. My main interest in animation is the environment side of things, and I think that Aardman's sets are astounding, particularly in Wallace and Gromit in their film Curse of the Were-Rabbit. I have a huge interest in fine art, but modelling is something I wish I had always got into. Despite this, I would still use the extent of work and detail as a casual reminder of the level I should be aspiring to. On the character basis, Aardman have a wide range of animals in their productions. Some examples are Creature Comforts, Chicken Run and Shaun the Sheep. This is something I would be interested in for character animation alongside the comedy factor.
Scenery, it's really beautiful.
On footpaths, I think everyone will have stepped in dog muck at one time. Yeah. It's just horrible.
Disgusting.
Horrible. Horrible.
Got to be responsible pet owners.
Ray Harryhausen was a filmmaker and animator making his first movie in 1938. He was interested in anything fantasy from an early age. This influenced his work greatly, as all his movies involved mysterious characters of different kinds. The movie that caught his eye the most was the original version of King Kong. He made his first film at the age of 18 with Evolution of the World, which included dinosaurs in motion using stop-motion animation. He made the technology revolutionary as he went off to use it in many different films such as Clash of the Titans and Earth vs. Flying Saucers. Looking at work like Harryhausen's and how influential it's been today inspires me to capture that same dream with animation through virtual environments pathway. The first animation pieces I created remind me of his work aesthetically, as some of the perspective shots are the same, with making objects looking bigger than they are. He used puppets and models, which differs greatly with what we use today. Despite this, you can still get the same effect with 2D images and making them as 3D as possible by just moving them around the scene in a particular way. If I can create something so great in the first 3 weeks of learning the subject, it makes me think what I can achieve in 2 years and then the rest of my life. My third practitioner is Quentin Tarantino. I haven't found one of his films dull or boring in any way. He's the master of making something that doesn't conform to the general method of filmmaking. He's renowned for his use of overdramatic sequences, almost dreamlike techniques and ridiculous gore. He gets away with it because he does it with style. His first film that boomed his career and made a massive impact on the film industry was Reservoir Dogs. In my eyes, it is still today one of the coolest films ever made. I don't know whether I've been stuck on his movies from a young age because I wasn't allowed to watch them, but I've always found them thrilling. I always seem to notice something new each time I watch them, whether it's a cheap joke or a full-on subliminal message. He has gone on to create many famous films such as Pulp Fiction, Kill Bill, and the recent remake of Inglourious Basterds. I've always tried to create films that I've thought are out of my reach, but the feeling I get after seeing the final product and having people appreciate it for what it is exciting. I've learned so much, not just about movie making, but about myself with the moving image, in the sense that I tend to underestimate myself with what I can achieve. There is more of a social side with the production of movies, and you need to have a very clear image of what you want to create. I love the feeling of turning imagination into reality and watching that grow into a movie. Tarantino wrote Reservoir Dogs from a tiny idea and elaborated on it to turn it into a movie. Here's a short clip of how he got the idea.
Yeah, I worked in a video store in Manhattan Beach, California for many years. Since I couldn't get anything sold as a writer and couldn't get any money made to direct any films. That was like that store was my one source of artistic expression. Buying the right films, recommending the films. I even used to have these little mini film festivals in the store because I had like the shelf, not a shelf, a few shelves, all right, that were mine. And every week, what I would do is I would do like a new theme. So I did my own little heist film section, and I remember like looking. I'd seen most of these before, but I remember like looking at them all up on the shelf, and I remember thinking to myself, God, they haven't done a heist film in a long time. I'd like to see one of those again. This is a really cool genre, and so. That put the germ in my head, so then later I wrote one.
The time has come where I need to finalise my decision of which pathway I want to choose. I've been stuck between moving image and virtual environments due to my enthusiasm for both subjects. I've found in the past projects that my skills in moving image have progressed a lot since starting. I do enjoy the subject, but there are certain parts of the process that I don't enjoy and I find unproductive. Animation, on the other hand, I can sit for hours on end creating something amazing from scratch. I can't see myself getting bored of this process because as I improve, my interest grows. Weighing up the pros and cons, I've come to the conclusion that I want to continue my studies with virtual environments. Animation is something that sticks with you all your life and never ceases to amaze, no matter what age you are. I feel that if I work hard enough, I can create something that will be a part of someone's life from start to finish.
Shouts to all my lost boys, we rowdy. Shouts to all my lost boys. Shouts to all my lost boys. Shouts to all my lost boys. Shouts to all my lost boys, we rowdy. Shouts to all my lost boys. Shouts.
Yeah.